we're seeing some weakness in the high-end luxury sector, and even items like luxury watches, which are normally seen as immune to fluctuations within the high-end consumer, they're having a hard time. Here with more is Yahoo Finance's Pras Subramanian. And Pras, you're looking at a potential slowdown in sales for Rolex watches, right? But only in the secondary market? Maybe not?
Some interesting dynamics going on here in the Morgan Stanley Watch Chart's latest report for Q2. You know, they've been seeing for 9 quarters in a row, watch prices in that secondary used market have been coming down since these pandemic highs. People were going crazy for high-end watches. Bitcoin was booming. People were using that money to buy their fancy watches.
From Bitcoin to a Rolex.
Yeah, seen it in Miami, the Miami effect, the Jersey Shore effect. You know, I was kidding. So what's going on now is that's been happening now for a long time. But Rolex was always considered this gold standard. You can't buy Rolex at retail. You walk in right now, you can't buy a new watch. You got to buy it used, or you got to buy it in the gray market, which means it's an unauthorized new model from a different market, right? So what's happening now is that Morgan Stanley and Watch Charts are seeing that there's actually more, believe it or not, more supply coming on into the new market, the new actual retail, and that's bringing down prices in the used market and bringing down those gray market new models, and that's causing some problems for flippers, right? This is an investment report. People who are actually investing in watches, they're seeing that, wait, my Rolex that I bought in the gray market coming down a bit, that's kind of a concern to me. Right. But I think it also is unsaid in the report, and I think this is kind of big, is that potentially, maybe demand is actually coming down a bit for Rolex, which has not been the case for many years.
So I want to dig into that a little more, because is this a Rolex specific story, or is this tied to the demand slowdown that we're seeing in the luxury sector at large when you think of names like Burberry or Hugo Boss, for example? Yeah,
you know, like LVMH, all these big brands did really well in the pandemic as well. There was a desire to spend money, and why not spend it and enjoy ourselves. And then we saw that kind of come back a little bit for Burberry, and a couple other brands are in a little bit of a tough spot right now. Rolex seemed to be on its own thing. It's a valued commodity. You could actually use it to trade for goods. You could buy 2 Rolexes and go a new country and start over, right? I got $50,000 on my wrists, right? So that was considered an outlier. But now we're potentially seeing that people are hesitating at paying $15,000 for a steel sports watch, even if it's Rolex. Maybe I don't need to do that. Put the money elsewhere. So maybe there is some sort of bloom coming off the rose of Rolex.
Interesting. Well, when I decide if and when I want a Rolex, I'm going to be asking you where to buy from.
Maybe you can actually buy it. Well, now you can actually buy it.
I know. Now might be the time for me. Very exciting stuff. Pras, thank you so much, covering all things luxury for us.